for posterity's sake, eat.
No.
God damn it. 1 week. We could have gone 1 week without
It's
it.
okay.
Did
It's
it.
okay.
We're never
What
gonna have
happened?
1 week without it. What happened last time? We finished up the shopping just real quick. Rosé confessed to Ashta, and Ashta flew away. We met, the whole group met Cryena, we gave Esther the stuff, which she was very excited about, and, Esther, Zinnia, and Caius went with Cryena to the area of the tribe, though they didn't actually meet any of her tribe there, to do the Speak with Dead on the Salamander soldier's body. Zinnia does some amazing spell stuff, stacking spells and mixing them together as a cleric of the Raven Queen. There are currently, or at least as far as the body, the animating spirit of the body knew, 2 nightmares on this plane at the moment. They kind of tend to come and go at will. There are no body doubles for Sagittarius. There's a blessing of Libra on the group that stops the scrying, which was a big question. And the Salamander had the bow and the nightmare because he was fast and distracting and apparently necessary. They planned to win the war by bleeding and burning the grasslands. And the way to defeat Sagittarius might be just without a mount. He is slow and the army would dissipate. Pisces was the one that summoned them to this plane. And yeah, we kind of came out of that with a little bit more information. Zinnia having sensitive eyesight to the sun, and still not too much of a plan just yet. Zinnia and Esther talked to Aquarius. Libra is her master, we were reminded. I think we learned it briefly before, but confirmation at least. He cannot do magic as far as Aquarius knows. The blessing is just a thing that he does. Turned out Aquarius had an active spell on her that kind of translated to siphon vitality and was slow absorption of energy and life force over a year. It can't have been cast on her directly before dying, or it would be gone. It was dispelled off of her, but the necklace that helps with the anti-scrying stuff, non-detection, was taken off of her so that we can check it and see if it is or was cursed before. Because we're really not sure where it came from. The spell, that is. Meanwhile, they learn that Capricorn is one of the best at divination and abjuration. Also Pisces, also maybe Virgo. Zodiacs gain powers from living in certain planes. And then there was some enchanting work done. And a couple of things were made, and maybe a little bit insane.
Rosalind's got a bit of a streak going.
2 nat 20s and a not nat 20, but still got over 30 total for the check. So yay! You guys are getting fun stuff. Anyway, we left off the session pretty much right as the party was doing very last minute things before going to bed for the night. And apparently something happened with Zinnia off screen, off camera.
Don't worry about it,
Don't
apparently.
worry about it. Until
I would
now
say
we
actually
tells us
that
to
was the
worry.
exact time to worry about it.
Alright, let's start
Now
worrying.
we can
Let's
worry
do
about
this.
So, as you guys begin to kind of go your own ways for the rest, you will kind of become accustomed to your own patterns. Zinnia typically does something before rest, sleeps, and then wakes up early before everyone else, because they're an elf. Caius begins sailing to his bed. With Ashton and Rosalind were on the way to go do a dream spell.
If
And
he
Esther
still
has-
wants.
Yeah.
It would.
After about maybe 3 minutes from when you guys all kind of were collectively dismissed from one another,
3 minutes.
there is a wave of energy that goes through the castle. Not a destructive wave, but it feels like a breeze came outwards from beneath the castle. And you see the sky overhead begin to slowly darken a lot faster than it should be. and a very upset squawk from the monarch rings through the castle.
That's not good.
Quick feign to the one firebird that Rosalind's kind of had as a buddy, the red one. Askiar?
Believe so.
Just, do you know what happened? And she's already starting to head towards the door, and...
Something in the chapel downstairs.
Asha
Rosalind
has
will relay
essence
that.
out ready loaded.
Yep. Nearest stairs, down, go.
He was with Rosalind at the moment, right?
Or at least nearby, yeah.
Yep. He'll basically also, if you come across Caius or S or anyone, just like get behind me and just kind of SWAT teaming his way to the chapel.
Yep, and you can see actually some of your soldiers seeing the commotion begin following behind. You can hear them mostly keeping behind because they're a bit slower. But the sound of shields bouncing and boots hitting the ground, enough people aren't prepared, as well as you hear a lot of people of the more civilian variety going indoors and just hiding.
I send Thorn dashing ahead.
Yep. And as you do, assuming you're looking through his eyes.
On and off. She's got to
Sure.
catch her footing, too.
And as you guys get that first image from Thorn, you're pretty sure you see three figures in the chapel. One is very clearly the Raven Queen. The second is Zinnia, as you've known to be for a while, kneeling directly in front of the large pool, kind of just staring blankly into it. And behind Zinnia is Zinnia. Druidic, hair bright red, exactly as you remember them. Looking lively and awake.
Rosalind's probably seen this long before any of the others are in range for Thorn, so she is going to try to stutter what she's seeing.
Ash just like going, just kind of like giving double check on what he has, and just a third fucking time, really.
And as you guys burst into the chapel, the Raven Queen gives a look that quite literally drops the temperature in the room as she gazes towards you guys. And looks directly at you, Ashta. This was not my doing.
Then you're gonna have to explain real quick.
I fucked up.
And the Raven Queen's head
What the hell's
turns
going on?
towards Xenia.
Which Xenia spoke?
Druid.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked up.
What's the other one?
Zinnia.
Probably very confused.
Do you...
It had its memories forcibly removed from it.
I fucked up. I'm telling you. Why would I use your memories for something that happened to me?
All memories that pass through my castle are mine.
Whoops.
What were you trying to do? Talk right now.
Scry.
On what?
On what?
Xenia, I am having very little patience for this right now. You know the last 2 times we dealt with this situation.
You can't shoot me and you have to believe me.
What? What the fuck?
I was scrying on the woman who I haven't talked to in 33 years and who may be my fiance.
What?
What?
I beg it. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I beg your
Thought
fucking
it'd
pardon?
thought it'd be quick, thought it'd be easy, going, well, it was 33 years ago. I hadn't even heard of the Raven Queen before 33 years ago, so why don't I use my memories? And I used my memories too well, and I'm not lying. Here's proof. And Xenia holds up the book on Fey Magic that has the note in it.
And you guys can see clearly it is a very old book. It's got like some kind of bookmark in it, it seems like.
I'm pulling up the note 1 second.
And as this is kind of happening, you see the Shadowkai Zinnia just slowly drifting their fingers in the pool of water, making circles out of the little rings that come out, where their fingers touch the water.
If you are Xenia at the moment, then what are
Yes.
they?
Zinnia, but no memories.
Oh,
But
dear.
see, and
Where's the soul?
And the memories are in me. Where's the soul?
You have split your soul in half.
Damn it.
Is there any way to...
Temporarily.
Okay.
What happens after, I'm not quite certain.
Cool.
Most who
Okay.
defy me in this way tend not to live that long. That being said, I have no plans to harm anyone. But I would
Thank
like
you.
to explain to you what you have just done, dear Xenia.
You seem really angry.
Can we take this explanation somewhere where you aren't very much not one?
If you want the Xenia here to remain conscious, we cannot. The only reason the one without the memories is still alive is because my power resides here.
Very well. In that case, could we make the explanation very brief?
Sure.
Ashley leans
Xenia.
over to Rosalind real quick. Send Thorn over to the Monarch. Tell her it's Xenia's fault.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so how the hell do we put Humpty
And we'll
Dumpty back together again?
And we'll fix...
Rosalind will hold up a finger, feign Azkiar, and ask Azkiar to explain to the monarch Rosalind's message and keep Thorn there.
Xenia, what you have done in... You did not seek memories that were not mine. You rejected the power I granted you in your own, of which the only other source is your previous body. It seems like you had such force of will to attempt to do so, and extradite yourself from my grasp, which
yeah.
you effectively picked up your memories, threw it through the back of your skull into your old body, in which your old body instinctively tried to come back to this plane. You're lucky you didn't accidentally rip open a portal, by the way.
Yeah.
Real quick. Where is it? There we go. Gonna make sure of that.
Nearest portal. None within a mile, because you guys are high up right now.
Alright.
So,
I
if
thought
you would
wrong.
like, I can place your memories back into your mind, or you can make your decision now as to where you'd like your memories to remain. Or, we can leave this unfortunate cleric here to their own devices till you do make your decision.
How long do I have to make... Is it the big decision?
It is.
How long do I have?
Well, if your soul is split, like I suspect, if Xenia dies, you will never be able to regain that part of your soul to enter the elven reincarnation cycle.
Okay. I'm gonna let this buddy rest. And Xenia points to the Shadowkai.
Who, once more, is just slowly drifting fingers in the pool. And as you do so, you can actually kind of sense that they're casting a spell.
Does Xenia know what the spell is?
Roll an Arcana check.
Okay. This would be a -1 thing, because, yeah.
Yep.
It's an 8.
You're not really sure.
Okay.
Anyone else in the room be able to tell?
Esther might be able to. Let me roll for them.
She was a +3 3 to intelligence, I think.
Really?
And then proficient. +3 or +4, I'm not sure. She was evens out a little bit, but I'm not sure.
I'm gonna laugh at that completely. Shoot, it's like a +2 or something.
It won't be
I
a
mean-
+2.
I mean, it's got a sheet.
3.
Yeah, it's really.
Um, but oh yeah, this is Zinnia, this is very confusing in every
Yeah.
sense of the word.
Yeah.
I realize
Like, there's
you've-
out of body experiences, and then there's this.
I realize you've probably already opened up Esther's sheet to roll. I forgot. Rosalind does have proficiency on Arcana. We're a +6, if that.
Oh, dear. Okay, in that case, you could also make the roll.
Yes, it's 14.
14? Okay. It's a little more difficult for you because you don't have the context of what Zinnia knows, so let's go for
That's fair.
Esther just to see what the highest number is, what the most explanation you guys get is. That is a
17.
17. Alright, that's enough. Uber has as the scrying spell. And Esther would explain as much, saying that, yeah, that's Zinnia's casting scrying.
Yeah, we can. Can we let just that rest? Maybe.
Just continues slowly making the circles.
What are they scrying on? What were you trying to scry on other than previously established?
That's
That's it? Nothing else?
it right now. And I thought it would have. I thought it just would have gone okay.
You gotta, like, tilt
And-
his head. Weren't you supposed to be trying to scry on Sagittarius?
Yeah, but I wanted to do something easy before I went to something hard.
And he kind of, like, tilts his head the other way. It's like, was that the intent here?
Oh,
What?
yeah.
What?
'Cause you
Oh no!
kind of went
What?
splitsies.
I don't understand. I really don't understand this time talking.
It seems that you were trying to do something easy and you managed to split your soul in half. Is what
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
saying.
Your soul kind of went splitsies on the easy mode.
This
So I
wasn't.
don't think.
This wasn't intended. I think I can still scry.
Yeah, we know that. We know it wasn't intended, but
He actually looks over to the Raven Queen. What happens if that one sticks around? Does it get its own memories? Can it
It is a
form itself
living-
into a person?
It is a person. It is a living, breathing being with only the echoes of Zinnia's memories to guide it.
But it has the capacity?
It does. It's a creature with a mind. In fact, it's not too unlike the situation you have to deal with,
Don't.
except it has no intrusive memories.
They're still learning, I think. I know it was a mistake, but
Well, as long as. Well, I was about to say everything's in one piece, but
it's
yeah,
really
no, that's
not.
definitely not.
Like I really have half a soul right now.
yes.
But you're alright now.
But as
You
long as
can
it
say
can
that.
be resolved. Yes? Nothing is gone terribly, horribly wrong. Nothing is beyond all repair.
There's no horrendous side effects if this
Yes,
state continues, is there?
we haven't punched any holes in space and
That I can
No.
tell.
This is simply a confused being. Lost. I will keep them alive. I will make sure they do not wither unnecessarily.
Well then, Zinnia,
Yeah.
I suppose carry on.
Anything we
Please.
can do to make sure they're okay too? Or are they just kind of relying on your power here?
You would, yeah, do well to feed it and make sure it doesn't try to drink the pool when it gets thirsty.
Teach it how to person.
Not teach it at a person, but don't force it to fend for itself. It doesn't know how.
I can watch me. Ugh, that's what I look like from behind. Oh, never mind. I can watch me for now. I gotta finish the job. I really hope the other one works, because that, oh, I'm not gonna scry on. Never mind, Zane just closes their book and puts their ring back on and just like, yep.
Can it talk? Does it know language? Can they talk?
Presumably.
Ash looks over to Rosalind, being the probably most friendly face to see in this circumstance.
Rosalind will go over to the side of Shatterkai, Zinnia. Does it look like they're currently, like, focusing on the spell, like, in the process
can
of trying?
You can sense enough that they're concentrating on a spell and they are looking deeply into the pool. Probably they're currently in the middle of it being used, so they're seeing through it.
They seem a little focused at the moment. Perhaps we
Can
should
you tell
wait.
on what?
Perhaps we should wait until they're done. I don't think I can. Scrying only reveals to the person who casts the spell, correct? Anybody else
Yes.
looking in? Okay.
Assuming you're casting the spell, like, naturally. There's, like, ways you can do it.
Well, if that's all, thanks for your patience in whatever Xenia just pulled, but we'd kindly request you make yourself scarce in this location.
My presence will remain, but I will leave.
We've been trying to fix that enough already. No offense.
Understood. But for the sake of this creature here, put that on hold.
Can you relocate it?
Try.
It's this place specifically that's the issue.
This is a safe place for it. The only thing it has that is familiar is the echoes of Xenia's memories. Anywhere else it would not recognize anything. If you would like, I could take it there, but I do not know what effect that would take on the mind.
If we work with them slowly enough, get them used to things, what then?
Then their mind will expand as any child would.
Fair Fane?
No. They have the potential. Their mind is not developed enough.
Take it slow first. Got it. Ash just like thinks for a second. Fuck. Okay. Hey, Caius, any twin brothers you want to tell us about?
No. No. All of my siblings are dead. You don't have to worry about it.
Any evil clones we should worry about?
No, I've killed most of those.
Most.
All.
That's what I thought.
All right. Again, Xenia, we leave you to this. Trust that you have
Yeah.
it well in hand. Unexpectedness aside. Ashta, we were going to attempt that one dream spell, yes? See if we could get you in touch with your friend.
Yeah, but now I might have two.
I have enough spell
What?
slots.
Two potentials for the dream.
Let's go and make those attempts. Xenia, see you upstairs tonight, in the morning, whenever you're done.
Mask Lady, see you probably next week at the rate Xenia's pulling you out.
Probably, yeah.
She's already gone.
You
He knows she can still hear him.
you guys still want me to come upstairs?
When you're finished.
Take care of yourself and yourself first.
That's weird.
We need a different name for them. I
Z?
don't think they can tell us what's up. Is it the same as before?
Probably. I can ask if they want to talk.
I don't know if they can. To you at
We're
least.
sort of the same person, so maybe I could just It's like twins, but
I'll tell you from experience, that situation can be distressing.
noted. Enjoy your night.
And Xenia,
Xenia?
prepare yourself, because I have many, many questions when we next have a moment. I just don't think now is the time, or this the place.
Oh, about the thing. Oh, yeah, I showed you guys the note too. Oh.
And please just tell us when you're about to do something.
I thought this was gonna be normal. I
You
swear.
said that with the snakes too.
No, no, no.
I don't
The
think
snakes
that we
was
can-
reckless and intrusive.
I don't think we can blame Xenia for this one. This is something that I think is...
I think the
beyond
Raven
any
Queen
reasonable-
explicitly blamed Zinnia for this one.
Yes, but are you going to do as the Raven Queen does?
No, and he walks out.
Thought not, and she'll follow.
Goodness.
Thanks, Ashta. I guess.
just like from down the hall you hear, just go to bed for once.
Oh, I'm gonna send the thing.
When Ashton says go the fuck to sleep, go the fuck to sleep.
Okay.
Or don't. I take great joy when you don't.
Yeah.
Alright, so if I attempt the dream spell on Carson again, it's another charisma check.
Yep.
Alright, and first, if Ashta has 2 potential targets, does he want the Carson one first?
Yes.
Okay. I do not remember from last time, I think it was just a straight raw charisma check, so...
That is correct.
Alright.
You do have the bonuses a la the scrying spell,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which if you could remind me what they are.
I don't remember. She's... Okay. There was
She has the
something...
likeness?
Just cast crying.
The likeness, yes. She has some basic familiarity as by the memories.
Mhm.
The feigned memories he shared. However, she's never actually met him, so I think we kind of wibble-wobble some numbers.
Somewhere in between the two.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and make your charisma check.
Alright, just so you know, if it's really low, I'm using my inspiration. I'm not doing this again. 14.
What'd you roll on it? A 9.
A 9.
Mm.
It's close enough to average that... Huh.
Up to you. I'm not gonna say one way or the other.
Yeah. And I don't remember enough about the numbers to say one way or another.
I will say,
You know what?
you rolled higher last time.
Yeah. So... really? I thought I rolled low.
Yeah, you rolled, I think, a 16 last time.
I thought I rolled... No, I rolled like a natural 1 or 2 or something last time. It was depressingly low.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe I think of something else.
Yeah, I think I had to do 2 rolls for 2 different targets, and
I'll be right
one
back for like
That's what I
5
was-
seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and I'm gonna use the inspiration. I'm gonna roll it again. Nope. Nope, 14 is as high as it gets. Damn it.
So that casting a dream fails.
Well, okay. Can't try Carson again. I guess once Devin comes back, I'll see what the second target he wanted was.
So in the meantime,
Hello.
I
hello. Never mind.
Sorry.
failed the casting of to Carson.
Ah.
Who was the second? Because she can't
Can
attempt
we-
him again.
You can't attempt again in the same
No,
night?
we clarified that kind of like the scrying rules. If I'm trying it on a target I don't know personally, then I can only attempt it once per day, long rest sort of thing.
If you fail, you cannot try to recast the spell for one long rest, basically.
So it'll be tomorrow night again.
Alright, he's going to
Kind of what was the
Um,
scrying bonus?
go, okay, the next one you might have a bit more, familiarity with. Hybrid.
Oh well, she knows him directly. She can just cast the spell. She doesn't have to
Yep.
check. Anyhow, I'm kind of looking at knowledge. It's like -5 because it's second hand, but then +2 for likeness or picture. So -3.
if
yeah.
you already know them, that's fine.
Yeah, no, I was just looking for the sake of that old one because I'd forgotten numbers.
Oh yeah, no, I catch them up.
Blech. Alright, yes, so she casts the spell and targets the hybrid, distinct from Ashta.
Through Ashta, right?
Yep, and sets
Okay.
Ashta into the trance for the dream.
All right. So Ashta, you find yourself waiting about an hour before the actual hybrid answers. I assume you're doing dream, not nightmare, right?
Yes.
Um, and as you feel the connection begin, the hybrid kind of like blinks awake into your dreamscape and kind of just, hello.
Yeah, it's kind of surreal from the other end, isn't it?
Yeah, just a bit. Didn't expect you to get back to me so soon.
Yeah, well, I talked to the group about you. There's some willingness, not trust. But the idea of you hasn't been completely shunned. Put it that way.
That seems reassuring.
Second of all, to put it lightly, I think Zinnia just split their soul in half.
Intentionally?
Yes and no.
All
Fact
right.
is, we've currently got 2 going around right now.
Are they like me?
I don't know. But it could be possible. They're the same, but also the opposite. No memories.
That seems
Only echoes.
horrible.
We're gonna be working with them best we can. But, and he kind of like scratches the back of his head. I don't know, just. If it's something to keep it going and get the crappier side to calm down a bit, there might be someone who has a bit more, understanding of your position out there. I guess just as motivation for following through on kind of what we talked about.
Yeah, I got it.
And one more thing. Have you done anything with the ring?
I mean, not yet. Wasn't really planning on it. I just wanted it.
Good idea at the time.
Figured if I could, be something to, I don't know, ground me. In case I do find someone and I want to make sure they stay around in case they get hurt.
You know, I'm looking at you and you look like me, but then you say things like me and that's... Ugh. Okay.
Can you honestly tell me that if you had a surefire
No,
way to resurrect
look,
someone you care about,
you know
that you
what
wouldn't do it?
I'm thinking, I know what you're thinking. We don't need to do this. Just...
Sorry.
It's fine, just... I'm getting used to this. And... Have you made much progress, even in just a day?
I went to a church. Tried to see if anyone there would, you know, talk to me. They were supposed to help people in need. Some of them were friendly, but I got kind of this feeling that it's not a particularly up and frontward facing establishment. So I figured it's best to get myself out of there as quick as I could. And I kind of just
You think it's fun?
wandered. But caught some fish. Made sure I ate today. That's about it.
Um... And I'll say at this point, just Astro might make light, kind of weird conversation. He's mainly gonna bring up the dogs he saw, because he has a feeling he himself would like the talk of dogs.
You do see that kind of that look in your eye that you recognize easily, but still a hesitation, a fear. That he explains to you that he's afraid that he won't be able to care for it properly, and that if it does go poorly, how it's going to set him off.
Yeah, no, just I don't know, just thought I'd let you know some stuff on my side, since you're
I appreciate it.
telling me everything about yours. Hey, like I said, small steps.
I appreciate it. No, it's not easy.
He just he's like, Christ, this is too much emotional crap for me today. First the rosé, and then Zinnia, and now you.
What about Rosé? What happened?
Fuck. Uh, you don't gotta worry about it.
Oh. I mean, you know as well as I do that now I'm going to only worry about that for the next couple hours.
Christ. There was some weird emotional stuff there, too, and that's all I'll say.
Okay.
No, you can't piece it together, you're me.
Yeah. I mean, I got an idea because I'm also, partly cold-hearted, manipulative bastard. But try not to assume.
Yeah. I try not to either. Yep, alright, okay, yeah. Anything else? Any hear of Zodiacs or anything?
Nothing. Just lived a day of life, I guess. Put that up to, what is it, a week now?
Happy 1 week? Not at
I
least
mean,
it's
I've had
as much
worse
as it could
days.
be.
Not many, but I've had worse days.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go, I think, let you to rest, but where are you on your way to right now? If anything.
For now, I figured I'd at least stay in Fluss for a couple days. Take enough time to gather food for if I do plan to journey.
Okay. Okay.
Good luck fighting the Zodiac.
Yeah. Apparently they grabbed his bow. So that'll be a plus. Not that, but the weapon one.
Sounds like it'd be a cool weapon to have.
Yeah. It's somewhere else, but I wouldn't mind getting it. I don't know. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Good night.
I'll check up again in like week's time.
Sure.
Maybe earlier if something comes up.
Be my fortnight anniversary of existence.
Give it a year at least.
That seems like a really long time.
Yeah, but who knows, by then maybe we'll be throwing you a party. And he'll leave the dream.
Alright. When the spell ends, and if you'd like, you can just go to bed.
I assume Rosalind left after the, hour? beforehand?
Yeah, if it took an hour, probably.
Yep.
Should
It was
go
kind of like,
check if anybody else wants dream stuff done. Zinnia's busy. Caius, is there anybody you want to contact via dream?
No, not really.
Alright. Well, good night. And she'll go to bed.
out of character. Whatever happened to that one kid that Caius picked up?
Good question. He's basically just been living, just trying to make a living. Although you have
He's-
noticed a couple of the dwarves have much more neatly trimmed beards.
That's what I was gonna say. He was the barber, right? Like he's just been kind of hanging around.
Yeah, he's just.
Barber and cook.
All right.
It's
But
been
I can promise you, the dwarves love him.
like 2 days.
Still kind of getting used to his new area.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Oh god,
Ashra
can
will
you imagine all the dwarves in Caius' squads trading mustache trims for wrestling lessons?
It just sounds like a great day.
I just like Caius wakes up one day and like half of his squad members are like trying to do like elbow drops off of like the top like the top shelf of the kitchen, and he just comes in like, "What are you fuckers doing?" And then they're just like, nothing."
Getting
But they
a
all
haircut.
look like-
Fine, just,
But they all look like super like
There, yeah.
mighty.
yeah.
Every single hair is like the exact same length on the beard.
Okay.
All right. Asha will take up a sleeping post outside of everyone else's doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once Zinnia ends their first scrying spell.
Mhm.
You wish to talk to them?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sense the end of the spell.
Or just, yeah. Sort of kneel down and in front of Zinnia just go like, "Hey, buddy."
Kind of just looks you in the eyes.
Do you see anything cool?
Head starts bobbing from side to side.
Did you see her?
Just continues bobbing.
Okay. You just keep doing what you're doing, okay? I'm gonna be right beside
Starts-
you right now, okay?
Just starts nodding its head.
Okay.
You
We're
see
here
it
for you.
like as you kind of take a step back, kind of reaches out, touches your face, just kind of feels like a blind person trying to get an image of the face.
Yeah, this is a little odd for both of us. Mostly odd for you. I'm sorry about that.
They kind of just point at their chest. And other hand still holding your face.
Yeah. Same. It's weird.
They kind of just lean in and press their forehead against yours.
Thank you.
Takes its hand off its chest and starts tracing the marks where tear tracks would be down your face.
You think I'm upset? You think I'm crying?
It taps on your ring.
Oh. Oh, I miss her. I'm sad I don't have an answer for her.
They kind of like take your hand and gesture towards the pool. They point at you again, and then make a circle in the air.
I think I'm gonna look at Sagittarius and try something a bit better for her. How about we do that, okay?
They nod, and when you say Sagittarius, they kind of just grasp at the bow on their back and
He's not
bring it
here.
into their hands.
He's not here.
Push the bow towards your chest, the newly enchanted
Oh.
one.
Thank you.
You see them start unbuckling the belt too.
Oh. Okay.
And eventually they basically dequip everything except for the breastplate.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Then you'll just slowly suit up, and when they start resting, start attuning, but they have some spells to cast first. Alright, let's scry on Sagittarius, or like, wait, what are we scrying on? Sagittarius or like the iron thing? The thing that can possibly be scryed on, right?
Probably.
Well, there was that, yeah, and because it was, they only saw so much, so we were hoping that Zinnia could see more on that specific sub.
Yeah. Let's try and get some first-hand information.
Try to keep your soul intact this time.
Yeah, I can't control that. We saw already how well that went.
You just keep splitting
Right.
yourself down.
Can I get a third Zinnia, please?
I mean, let me do
This
the
is
right
like
up
a
now.
fighter, like inexplicably, like what the hell?
This
Okay,
time, if
let's-
it goes wrong, you somehow summon Harkness from another dimension.
I'm not gonna do that. My throat hurts.
Don't do that.
Okay, scry.
Try
we
on.
do- Said the iron thing. Ty doesn't know the name, Zinnia knows the name. Ty's
The iron
out of-
steed.
Yeah, the iron steed. Yeah. Do I have all my spell slots back?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
this is gonna put casting at 6 because I'm clicking from the cleric sheet right now.
Okay.
The save DC is 17. I don't know why the save DC is not on there.
Just check to make sure I didn't put any weird stuff onto the sheet.
Yeah, and then I think I'm using the arrow thing he shot, like that was shot at the head of the dude, of the warlord. I'm
Okay.
trying to use that.
So you have possession. You've heard of the target. Therefore, the DC is
16?
I'll move it to the other
18.
For him?
No, 16. You're right.
Yeah. Because it's
Well,
technically.
It's so weirdly worded in the spell.
I know.
The DC is the same, you just modify the roll.
That's what it is, right? So this is gonna have a +1 to it.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Hi there.
Steed fails.
Ugh.
Okay, and you're doing this into the pool.
Into the pool.
All right, so go ahead and describe that for me.
Just sort of. Just the light naturey magic getting the oak. Little twig off of their hair and just. Trying to use a high level spell they've never used as a druid before, just trying to let the more fey side of them break through and cast it.
And there's a strange dissonance in the air as you reach for that. Part of it is, and you recognize this enough, that magic from the Shadowfell is to water as fire is. Not necessarily as destructive, but definitely as opposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it feels weird. You're comfortable enough in the environment, you can do it. And you draw on the actual nature of this enchanted water, the pool. And it creates an appearance in front of you. Roll me a D100.
Oh, I can do the roller for that now.
Yeah!
Woo! 39.
Alright. Please hold while I consult the text. Alright. So, as you begin watching this deed,
Mm-hmm.
you see a bit skinnier of a salamander. They go to mount it, and as soon as they do, it starts bucking wildly, and you hear laughter in the background. And eventually the salamander is thrown off. much taller, still very skinny salamander walks up to it instead and whispers into its ear of the steed. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. 27.
27. Alright. So you hear in Ignan. Do you speak any Primordial or Ignan or anything similar?
I'm learning Primordial. I don't know it.
Okay. You at least recognize how it's said, and could probably repeat it if you needed to,
Also fine.
albeit roughly. And you hear a phrase which you can later have translated for you. What is said to it is flight of the birds.
Flight birds?
Flight of the birds.
Flight of the birds, okay.
And the creature mounts strangely, because they don't have the legs, they have one long tail, so they kind of just wrap around the body.
Slither.
And the automaton seems to be happy with it.
Ooh, it's commanded, okay. Zinnia will feign Rosalind when they're done, just to see if she's awake and just be like, this is the thing, flight of the birds. But, I don't know it. Here's this random word in Primordial in England I heard.
Yeah.
Also,
And it's
yeah,
easy enough to translate between you guys.
yeah, and also, you know,
Ashton is
asking
Primordial, he's
Esther,
probably-
also asking Esther, you're in dream mode.
Depends on how long it takes.
It took an hour for the the hybrid to fall asleep.
If
Exactly.
Zinnia, if
So he's just
Zinnia
kind of
can
sitting there.
contact Rosalind. Oh, it's an hour
Group chat.
before you. Ah, never mind.
Yep.
Group chat
Yeah. Okay.
Basically.
means
So-
this. Scrying's done.
Scrying lasts for 10 minutes, so you can watch the
Yeah.
entire 10 minutes if you'd like. You hear, at least from tone of voice, what sounds like a bunch of commands given out, people directed, and eventually the creature riding the iron steed steps down, kind of kneels, and you see another salamander walk up to them. They have a very fast conversation in England when you can't quite follow even. Well, only an intelligence check.
Oh, I can use, finally! I have a +1 to intelligence again. 19.
All right. You can follow roughly enough to repeat later, maybe. But as of right now, you would not be able to figure out what they're saying.
Then you will like try and just like scroll it down.
And you do it very much phonetically.
Yeah, I'm just like
Just do.
phonetically.
And it's passable. For a moment, you consider, they might have an accent. But what can you do?
Yeah, you can ask Esther. She knows Ignan.
And as the scrying comes to a close, you see the kneeling salamander get handed a very fancy-looking bow. And the scry ends.
Oh! So you will relay it in the group chat. And yeah. So everyone knows, and then Zinnia's gonna do a thing that I missed you about.
As I was typing at the moment, what is the last thing Zinnia heard said and relayed to the group?
Well, there was the conversation in Ignan that Zinnia phonetically wrote down and probably read out
Okay.
when they were done, and then the salamander handed someone a very fancy-looking bow.
Yay. The
Well, the salamander
Yay.
that was riding the steed was handed a very fancy.
Oh, he was handed a very fancy bow.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Okay, good to know.
Do the Feign not just help with Zinnia, just like exactly restating everything?
If you'd use them for the intelligence check.
Well,
They can help, but they're only as good as your memories.
Zinnia just tried to like relay it, wrote down the phonetic thing, and they was just like, there was a fancy looking bow. It's pretty fancy, and it was a bow.
Rosalind, figure anything else
How,
there with
how
enchanting?
fancy is the bow? Do I get a visual of it via Fane?
You could.
And is there anything on the bow that's very apparently, like, arcane runes or anything like that?
Not runes. Go ahead and roll me a history check.
Okay, history. I was hoping for Arcana, but okay. That's only an 8. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I don't know.
We have Fane.
I know, but
Just for later.
yeah, fine. I'll use a little bit of Feign, but if I, yeah, I'm not doing Feign training if I fail to contact my patron tonight. Just give him a chance to reset. Nope.
And those extra rerolls for you are not working out in your favor today.
Not so far.
It's covered in a number of like beads and what's probably cultural symbols, none of which are standard arcane that you'd recognize.
Yay. Okay.
And that's the who's not here. Give it a try, or
I will just say straight up, Esther wouldn't be able to recognize it either, unless
Okay.
they have a very good history check.
I don't know if there's something specific to Esther. Or...
Yep, it is not. So, yeah, the images in the scry spell are translated to you all. And with that, unless anyone has anything else,
The dream thing, Conrad.
yep, which I will take care of. Don't worry.
Okay,
Do you
cool.
want to do that in this or no?
Yeah, we can do it in this. This is gonna
Okay.
be fun. I want this on recording.
Okay.
So we got Zinnia if something else shows up.
So I will say, because it was established before, just to clarify, that as a dream druid, you can cast dream on yourself, even though elves normally
Yes.
can't use the spell. So, as you begin to focus on your fiance question mark,
Yes.
slowly into the mindscape immediately, they appear.
Oh my god.
Older. Much older. Not nearly as old as you'd expected, though. Looking in their mid to late 30s, appearance-wise. They kind of just look side to side, confused for a moment, and then kind of lock eyes with you and just freeze.
Oh. Oh, it worked.
Is this actually you?
Yeah. Is it actually you?
Yeah. And as she goes to step forward to hug you, if you'd like to describe her.
Oh. God, I'm flustered, sorry. She'd be in her looking like she was in late 30s now, a dark-skinned Aasimar woman with white blonde hair, little goldish freckles, and eyes that sort of seem to change color whenever they sort of glance around.
As they kind of try to embrace you, it doesn't feel quite right. It's not physical. It's like you're hugging through a very thick blanket, almost. They kind of just look up at you as they're a bit short.
Another short Asima.
Not very short. Zinnia's tall as fuck.
I'm 6'1".
She's like 5'10", chill.
Yeah.
Oh no.
She was taller than Zinnia at a point.
At a point.
Oh,
Zinnia was not done growing at that point, though.
fuck off, it was 91.
No, you get to call her a short ass when Ash is sitting here 5'6" and she's 5'10".
I said relatively short, I meant relative to Zinnia.
Okay. Okay. Oh. I can't believe it worked.
What the fuck took you so long?
I ran away from home.
I know, I tried to find you.
Oh no! Wait, they didn't tell. Dads didn't tell me that.
They didn't tell me where you went. They said you just left.
I went to see them a few months ago, and they didn't tell me you were there.
This was like 20 years ago, Zinnia.
Oh god, it's been 33 years, Remy.
I know.
How have you been? I.
Where'd you go?
Away. I couldn't stand being alone.
You could have sent me a letter. I would have came to see you.
It was more than that. They were treating me like a kid. And I just left. And I was alone for a while again, but I went west. I tried to find you for a few years and couldn't. And then I.
Oh, you silly elf. I went east looking for you.
I went west looking for you.
You were the studious type who always stayed in the room. Why would I expect you to go look? Okay.
I was longing for someone again.
Again, just send me a letter. There's magic. Clearly there's magic.
I know. And I was scared because I never had an answer for you.
I just wanted to see you.
I know, but you said next time we saw each other, I could make my decision, and I didn't make the decision.
Didn't have to be upon sight. Have you made the decision now?
It's been 33 years, Remy. Of course I haven't.
That's fine. I'm not going to begrudge you that. I would
Do you
have
still-
I would have preferred a memo. But
Do you still want to marry me? It's been
I have
33 years.
I thought I have a lot of feelings right now, Zinnia.
I'm really sorry.
They're not all bad. I was planning to go, like, make a nice breakfast tomorrow. I just found some nice mint. It was such a peaceful night. I just need, like, I'll get a nice nap in before I have to do some nighttime hunting. I was not expecting this.
I I wasn't expecting this either. I tried to scry, and it really didn't work.
You can scry and it took you this long?
It took me this long to learn how to scry.
You can pay a wizard for that, dude.
I don't. I really just have money. I had money spent. I had so many.
Also, you have so many tattoos now. I'm so proud.
It's 4 more. It's 4 more, darling.
I see I gave you the bug as well.
Oh, you're right. You did give me the bug. But I've missed you. Where are you now?
Somewhere in the Green Sea. I decided I had to take a break from the hinterlands during the colder months and go somewhere where the food is more plentiful.
Alrighty.
Plus, I had to, some of my crew needed a bit of time to rest and recuperate, so figured we'd go somewhere peaceful.
That's true. Are you alone or still with the family? The brother as well, at least.
Well, brother, he doesn't work in the same way anymore. He got a pretty bad injury in his back.
Oh.
We haven't been able to save up enough to get a druid or something to fix it.
I
Can't walk yet.
where in the Green Sea I'm
I'm far away from any kind of landmark. I'll let you know. Also, I'm very asleep right now and very flustered.
I'm very awake right now and very flustered. I'm sorry. I love you.
Okay, so I have good news and bad news.
Oh my. Say it. Say the bad news first. Oh no.
Bad news. I have a kid,
Oh.
but on the good side, I'm single.
Oh.
And the other bad news My husband died a month ago.
Pull the collar on that one.
Oh,
Um, yeah.
I'm very sorry.
No, don't be. It's I'm a hunter. We hunt big, scary, dangerous things. Sometimes people pass. And I spoke to some more spiritual types, and he's gone somewhere good. But
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
you understand why I'm a bit emotional now to see you.
I didn't. Oh my. Yes, I'd see why. Sorry, I'm getting 33 years worth of emotions right now. As well,
As
I'm so sorry.
as am I. That being said, he got taller. Is his cam still same height?
He's still taller than me.
Bastard.
I know, absolute.
Uh, the young one, what was his name again?
Sorrel.
Is he still a little shit?
Oh, he's in like an underground organization. He's not even 75 yet.
Well, I'm so proud of him.
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna come
Okay.
visit me at some point.
Apparently, I am. Yes. I'm a little busy right now, but I have easy way
Zinnia,
of
you've
access.
put this off for 33 years. Please tell me you can take her to at some point this month.
Probably this month.
Kill someone.
Trying to kill someone.
Okay. Is it at least for a good reason?
There. It's the. It's the
I
things
kill
that.
things for a living, just say it.
It's the things at war with the country. So we're flying around on a flying castle trying to kill 12 people who.
Oh my god, that's you? I saw that castle! Hold on, were you near Lentiel a little while ago?
Yesterday.
You flew over my head.
Today. Yeah, that's us.
Well, I'm a little bit east of there now. Going,
I was there 2 months ago.
Zinnia, I'm gonna kill you.
Please do it.
No,
What?
I don't want to lose another love in the same year.
Oh,
Sorry, that was mean.
what? It's not mean. I've been repressing
Yeah, you're good at that.
extremely.
I have so many more tattoos to show you when you see me. Also, I learned how to give tattoos.
You did.
Good, now you have a reason to come see me. Good night. But you just disappears.
Darling.
Got bang up sound.
He's just gonna like get out of the dream so fucking peach square and just starts coming upstairs.
You ditching your other self there?
What?
Yeah, the other self kind of just looks startled at you.
I saw her.
There's like a happy hand flap.
She was married up until a month ago.
It
My
just looks at you
God.
strangely.
She had a husband and a kid, and the husband died last month.
There is the blankest of stares.
I just like to think the copy was like, I saw her smile. She was married. Frown. But her husband died a month ago.
It was more happy hand flap, and then just she got married. Blank, and it just continued blank. It's almost unsettling how immobile their face goes.
Oh. She's available. She said that, not me.
They point to your chest and then lift the two corners of your lips.
What?
Lift it higher.
Did I? You want me to smile?
They don't say anything.
Zinnia will give a little grin.
They grin back.
Okay. Do you want to come up? I'm gonna go upstairs to bed.
Kind of like look to the side, and then you see their eyes focus once more on the pool water, and circles begin being traced again.
Okay. Don't drink from the water. Zinnia will like get their water skin and just put it beside them. Get like a thing of rations and just put it beside them.
Yep, you stack it up next to where they're sitting, but there is just no visual recognition.
If you're hungry, eat
Okay.
this. Zinnia goes to the food. And if you're thirsty, you open this, and Zinnia will show how to open the water skin, and you drink.
They're not even looking your direction, they're just enamored with the pool.
Okay. Zinnia's just gonna like run their hands through the Shadowcry's head. It'll be okay. You're okay. I'll see you when I wake up. Try and get some rest.
And you see a flash in their eyes as the scry spell goes off.
Zinnia's gonna just nod, ruffle their hair, and then go upstairs.
As you leave the Shadow Kai behind, kind of just doing the kind of paint like one of your French ladies pose where they're kind of draped over the side of the pool, one arm just hanging above the surface of the water, and the other just tracing the circles slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Stack of rations and a water skin nearby them.
Zinnia's gonna put their ring back on, pick up their book, and skedaddle.
Alright. At that point, Ashta be still in the conversation with the hybrid.
He's still aware of everything around him.
You are, but you have to break the connection to focus on something else.
Yeah, no, it's just he probably
You
set
hear
himself up in the hallway.
footsteps go. Yeah, you hear footsteps go by, but
Yep.
they're light, not moving too quick, not trying to be hidden either. Just soft, quiet footsteps. And each of you go ahead and mark a long rest. Do any training you wish to put forward.
Well,
Oh,
what's the DC again?
14.
Yes.
Caius will dump.
But,
Caius will put
Make your check first.
5 key points to the crow.
Oh, when you wake up. Okay,
I have DC 10 on this sheet.
you do. And we'll
Fuck
take,
over.
we'll take a quick 5 minutes. Because, now to get to the notes I was actually going to use for this session, because fuck.
Sorry, Conrad.
Wow.
It's okay, it was very entertaining.
how many hours
We'll
of
be
sleep
right
do we get again?
15.
You guys are back to 8 hours now.
Alright.
I'll return shortly.
Dragon chess.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't expect the Remy thing to drop this early.
Oh, this is just telling me that I need to have Rosalind insight check all her friends way more frequently.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought Rosalind was getting inside check last session when Zinnia was talking about love. Nope!
Nope, I didn't. I am not letting things go at face value anymore. I'm gonna
Through gritted teeth.
constantly.
No, I didn't.
Zinnia, I haven't
No,
said I love you
fucking
in Zinnia, I haven't said I love you to someone in so many years. Rosalind, okay. I was literally so perplexed that I was trying to make you insight check.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm
I
like,
just
is you
gotta
gonna
get
ask?
used to this. I gotta do it more.
I thought you were gonna insight check Zinnia saying I'm talking to the person I think is my fiance, and I was really hoping one of you were gonna insight
I
that.
considered it, but things kept being said, so I was just like, let that go.
That's true. Also, do you want to know a fun fact about Zinnia's sheet? It's not broken. I can drag spells onto it.
Yay!
What level is that, Zinnia?
Same level.
As us or as we left them?
When As you left as like Zinnia now, level 12. I accidentally pressed 13 and Conrad went, it's okay, so my proficiency is just one higher right now.
Okay.
But I was told to level this sheet up, which is why I know I can drag spells onto it. But I was told that an hour ago.
After this train wreck happened.
I rolled a natural 20 and I thought I would do really well, and Conrad went, you're druid again. And I went, what?
Went a little too well.
It's amazing.
I didn't even scry on her. I just turned into the elf.
I'm tempted to put in our Stuff to Remember channel, insight check everybody, friend or foe, all the time.
Especially
I'm gonna do
Zinnia, but yes.
Yeah.
Shut up, I have secrets. Let me have secrets.
This ain't season 2. All asked is dirty laundry's out there, and then he got more.
Get out of my room, Mom.
It's like
Everyone's
one
got
thing you guys
secrets,
don't know.
bitch. Let's go get you some fruit.
I really thought the Remy thing was gonna be like a long game thing, and then it was like, and I went, I'm gonna try and scry on her because everyone thinks I'm scrying, and then, you know.
Okay, the scrying wasn't the problem. It's the fact you said I want to scry and not
I
use the
know.
Raven Queen's power, and I was like, well, that's a note that I didn't think
I
I'd get to
thought-
actually use.
I thought it was gonna be for flair, and then you went roll a wisdom check, and I went,
To be
okay.
fair, there was a 95% chance it was going to be for Flare.
Then I rolled a natural
Unfortunately,
20.
it's you have a +5 bonus to Wisdom and rolled a natural 20.
I thought it was gonna be really good flair.
Was it not?
was. It was the
Flared out of
flariest
control.
flares.
It was a fireball of flare.
The scrying didn't work.
Correct, because you broke concentration because your soul got split.
And
Okay. Are we good?
What happens on the natural 1, though?
really shitty flair.
I was going to say just a headache.
Internal flair.
It's just called blushing.
No, yeah.
So. No. Fuck. Rosalind.
Nope.
Yes.
Did you plan to contact your patron this night, or no?
Yes, but mostly for training, unless he has something to bring up.
Nothing major, just flair.
Go for it.
As you appear in his realm, he kind of smiles at you and goes, well, your friends have gotten quite experimental.
Which friend and in which way? I can take a guess given what just happened, but for
I
clarification.
would pinpoint to one, but it seems like there's multiple directions to point. Does that help?
Rude.
I think that does.
It's not too dissimilar from how us gods grant powers to warlocks. You know,
Really?
it's a bit more measured and usually more carefully done. But
You...
if Zinnia had the power that I do, could be interesting.
Are you saying that you split your soul?
More of my ability. The ability that I grant you is a piece of mine. Like I said, each of your powers is an investment.
That does make some sense.
Just like, if the old new Zinnia, who seems so enamored with that pool, were to learn and become more intelligent, there would be more intelligence and more magic in your group. Just food for thought.
Hmm.
What are you practicing tonight, dear?
Some more of those face spirits.
My favorite.
Had the thought of perhaps seeing if I could conjure one and perhaps bind it to somebody else.
Oh,
A fleeting
What's
experimental thought. It might be beyond my reach yet.
let's lengthen your arms then. You do see him pull out what looks like a horrible contraption that seems made to extend arms.
I was hoping that wasn't literal.
magic it is. And he pulls out a wand. Let's practice.
And so she does for 8 hours. There we go.
I can imagine he just like throws the contraption off to the side, and there's like a crashing noise, and a cat yells.
In this case, it's actually more so he like puts his hands together and kind of just folds into a.
Displacer beast hisses.
That's a much more angry owl. But you each wake up, and the day is yours. As a reminder, noon today you are expected in the warlord's quarters.
2 of us at least. Okay.
So, say it's 9 in the morning. You guys got a good rest. You had an eventful night.
Ralton's gonna go find Ashit. I had an idea. Do you still have that rose gem, that marble, from the very first mission?
Probably. He like roots around in his pockets for it.
Crash, bang, boom, bang, crash.
This might take me a full day to enchant, and I'm not sure if it's even going to work, but I'm going to make the attempt. If I can enchant this so that anybody can use a dream spell stored in it, you should be able to contact Carson yourself without me trying to rely on second-hand memories and force the spell to work on somebody I've never met.
Is it like a one-time use?
I don't know. I was thinking of making it renewable. Maybe not more than once a week. I was considering a sort of attempt on that, plus a more frequent sending spell for my father's gem. This could be a prototype for it.
I mean, it's worth a try.
I'll start working on it while you and Caius are down there, but both of you come and see me just before you leave. I will cast tongues on each of you.
Yes, we've been meaning to. Yes.
This time I won't forget. If you need me and when you're ready to go, I will be in here, just in that corner, working on this.
We might have a quick group together just before we head back. We'll head down.
Of course. But I'm going to be putting as much time into this as I possibly can until then.
But yeah, and he like hands it off, and I'll go get the rest.
Thank you. See you soon.
Yeah, and he runs off.
I'm just going to sit down and start working on this new idea. I assume it's going to be an 8-hour thing, because I do want it renewing. Basically a recharging slot, but if it only recharges once a week, that's fine. It doesn't have to be a 1 slot or more a day thing.
Sure.
If that makes it any kind of easier.
That will help with the rarity.
It is a 5th level spell.
Yes. So that once a week thing does make it much easier.
Yeah. And yeah, she's just gonna start putting hours into that, and if I have to note it down, then I definitely will.
Alright, sure thing.
So however many I can get done before the pre-noon pre-meeting.
Yep. So, Ashton, when you go to collect everyone, who all do you collect?
Caius, Esther. Gonna check it on Zinnia first. Both of them.
Yeah.
And is Yemma still around, or?
Yema's basically taking care of administration stuff at this point.
Alright. Yeah, but after that, yeah, just the main 5, including himself.
Alright, are you also getting Cryena?
Good question. Would there be a reason to get her?
She's familiar with the area, she might have information. Just curious, that's all.
He'll leave her out.
So, we can assume that you guys, let's say, take an hour to be about your business before everyone's collected and brought into the group meeting. 2 hours until the warlord meeting. And, yeah, so you all are collected into a room that you guys know to be private. Ashton, one of your soldiers, offers to guard the door, make sure no one comes in.
He'll take it, and he'll also just like Have someone make sure we know where Esther's sister is.
He nods and he calls over seemingly his son and asks him to basically.
Don't bring her over here. Just make sure she's not up to anything.
Yep. He instructs his son to not follow, but just kind of keep her company and be a rambunctious child around her.
Sounds good.
So all are collected. The meisters of this castle. Yeah. Anything you guys want to discuss? Go for it.
And we'll just sit down and just. Okay, we have the vaguest idea, and we have some information to bring for our plan.
Yeah.
Our current. Some of our bets are. Okay, wait. I assume at this point Zinnia updates on the scene in.
Yeah, they did that last night.
Oh no, yeah, that was as it was going. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. He's like. So do we? We don't know if that thing's enchanted, like the one in captivity is. Did it look the same at all compared to the one that they have?
It was definitely created in the same style. But kind of the same way you could say a 15th century sword was made in the same style as a 15th century sword from the same country.
Well, perhaps the Goblinoid War Council will know better. Actually, here, and she's gonna take a pen and a piece of paper out of her notebook, and she's gonna try to draw what she saw from the thing using new calligraphy skills that she hasn't realized she has.
Alright, go ahead and roll a calligraphy check.
I should like look at her shoulder.
God damn!
I'm so happy.
So as you kind of get like a charcoal pen, or a charcoal pencil, I mean, out, you just bust out in like 5 minutes, like a perfectly shaded drawing of it.
When did you?
She pauses in the middle of ripping it out of notebook. When did I what?
It's really
learn
nice.
to do that?
Looks down. Looks up.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure. Looks down. Asks the Fane. The Fane probably say, there was a collision.
Basically, yeah.
From... you?
Tilt said like,
I learned it from watching you.
I taught you like celestial or primordial.
Yes, you taught... Wait a moment. Wait a moment. As he says celestial, all of a sudden... she switches to what she thinks might be this weird impression of a language. Celestial like this?
It's
Let's-
a horrible accent, but it's correct.
Yes, celestial, and he like triple takes. You.
I think the Fane
What-
got a little bit confused. They say apparently when we ran into each other a couple days ago.
Asher like looks at his pain and is like, "Can you confirm?"
Look at your face.
Looks
He looks
to his
inside
pain.
himself. I'm just... There was a passing of information.
You didn't let us know about this really weird.
It, was not intentional on our end, actually. It was, copied? As if a test that you didn't want someone else to see?
Asher like grab a piece of paper out of his notebook and just real quick try to do the same to see if it's like the same style and everything.
The style is different, and go ahead and roll your
Oh, okay.
check.
I was just
Nice.
Wow.
and I mean, I had a different opinion, but you know what? Did I say otherwise? It's the fucking same.
he looks over like I spent years. You little. He's just like, well, that's good.
No, you're right, it does seem horribly unfair.
No, just more people have more talents. It's fine. It's good.
Maybe when you come back we'll see if it went both ways with the dragon chess? But for now, you have this to...
I was training it last night. I don't think I got any better.
Ah. Well, it was something to hope for, I suppose. Anyhow, that aside, here? Though I suppose you have your own copy now.
Like takes the ink one and just like puts it like leg over beside the charcoal one, and he just like holds them together. It's like, and he closes it. It's like I stamped the damn thing. He just rolls it up and puts it in his bag. At least we have multiple to pass around the table now.
So, our plan is, bait and ambush, isn't it?
So far, yes. As well as presenting things we've learned.
I believe it'll be you and Caius
How
going
far
down again, and...
Yes. He just thinks for a sec. Do we... I'm guessing we tell as much as we know, then. A supposed command word for the horses, or one of them.
The fact that, as last known, there are 2 nightmares on this plane, but they come and go and don't like it here.
There's no doppelganger. He like flinches as he says the word. There's no body double for Sagittarius, as far as we know.
As far as we know.
And they
We
have
find him, it is him.
And they have a very particularly fancy-looking bow. Though it's not known that it's enchanted, per se.
And the one that we know is, and can fire at a mile, is currently out of their hands.
Yes. And that they have some plan of their own that involved a distraction
And
to the Genasi.
and some sort of attack on the warlord.
Is that pretty much everything?
He looks
We
to
also mentioned plans for getting him to make a challenge to Sagittarius last time.
Yeah, that's the bait part of the ambush.
It's
I can share.
this is for what we learned in that time. I don't think we need to do much with. I mean, we got stronger technically. He kind of like gestures over to Esther, who's probably wearing the mask and the cloak.
Very much so, yeah. She is still pleased as a peach.
And Zinnia swapped some things up, but
But
didn't. You kind of had your cake and ate it too. Uh,
Emotionally? Maybe not.
physically,
Somehow.
I'm a druid.
That is true.
anything new you can do that we should know about, or old, I guess.
I can cast some pretty cool spells.
He kind of like makes a gesture, like go on.
I can conjure Fae. I can do the same healing I used to do. I can still do the scrying. If we have a big enough tree, which we do on this place, we could teleport to a place with a tree we could walk out of.
He kind of tilts his head, like, what do you mean teleport?
Like, we can make the tree into a pathway and then come out the other way. Or we could all turn into mist things and
Does she
fly
know
around.
that first spell? Conrad?
Which one? The tree strand?
Transport. Yeah,
Transfer via plants.
Sorry, transfer plans.
You're doing the critical role thing.
You've seen it done before. Don't know too much about it, but you know enough to know that druid walks into a tree, druid walks out of a tree.
And any tree.
Yeah. Well, not any tree, a large enough tree.
But any tree they're aware of could fit the bill.
No, you
Anywhere.
basically know the extent of it has to be a large enough tree. That's about it.
I know that, but it's still like anywhere on the plane, right?
Yeah, you know it's a teleport spell, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or we could just turn into mist form and for 8 hours fly around until we need to find a place, but we have the castle for that.
Keep that tree one on standby.
Gotcha.
Can your other self still do things? Like, revive the dead?
Probably not.
If the capacity for Faint, they probably have the same thing for that.
They can probably do it, but probably
Can you-
not now.
Work with them. It's out of my general concern about the whole situation. Maybe I'm... Look, what I mean to say is just make sure they're okay.
Yeah, of course.
Keep an eye on them and like things like, are they still downstairs?
Last you guys saw, yeah.
Can one of you go check real quick?
I'll send Thorn. Crack open the door, send Thorn out.
A very startled dwarf swings his shield above his head as Thorn flies over.
Sorry, he'll be back.
Eskal's out. He's fine.
Wasn't expecting it, sorry. And he goes down, and you see the Zinnia kind of just not quite the calm, composed trance lotus position that you're used to seeing Zinnia, but clearly in a trance and just staring deeply into the pool.
I'm gonna go ahead and speak through Thorn real quick. Are you well?
There's a moment where there's no reaction. And then, like, slowly the eyes come into focus, and they turn and just look around for who talked.
I'm here.
They block eyes with Thorn and kind of just crawl over to him.
Do you need anything?
He looks to the side at what you can see as an empty water skin.
More water?
They nod.
I'll send somebody to refill. Do you have enough food? Do you need somebody
again.
down here?
Shake their head, and they go to, like, pat the top of Thorn's head.
Alright. Do you think you can cast more magic than you already have? Different magic?
Just look blankly at you.
We'll explore that another time.
See the mouth like form some kind of sound, but nothing comes out.
She's gonna switch to Elvish real quick. Do you understand this?
They nod, and again they try to mouth a syllable that's only found in Elvish. But still no sound.
Do you have a voice?
They shrug.
Well, that's another question that can be explored later. I'll send somebody for that water.
They nod at you, and they go to, like, pinch Thorn's cheeks.
Perhaps somebody or something else to keep you company as well. You know, we should probably let the dogs out of the hut to have a bit of a run of the castle.
But who will?
Somebody will be here shortly, and she'll have Thorn fly back. First soldier she sees who doesn't seem too busy. She'll ask through Thorn if they can fetch a water skin and bring it down to the chapel area.
Okay.
Easy to the Zinnia in the chapel area.
Oh, okay. You find one of actually one of Zenya's soldiers. Kind of just wandering around, seemingly carrying just a small mortar and pestle and grinding as they walk through the halls. As the dragon starts talking to them, they jump. But eventually they get the message, and you see them head off towards the kitchens.
And then she'll call Thorn back. And she's going to come out of the Thorn trance before he gets there and pass on to the others what she saw, what she sent, and the thought of, we should probably let the dogs out of the hut. We have the castle, they should be able to run around in it for a while, get used to it, set a room aside.
Alright, but,
It's the best room to be in.
alright.
It's the puppy room.
Yeah.
I want to live there.
But no, seriously, they can't just stay in the hut. They're growing pups, they need room.
Aquarius will be so sad, but
They
yes.
need room and also house training at this point.
I can say confidently enough that Aquarius has house trained them vaguely at this point. To at least, basically use a litter box as needed.
Okay. I was about to say, they don't have a lot of... And they need outside time. They need...
That is
Yeah.
true, yes. Alright.
Senior Squad has wisdom. They can sort of play with dogs today.
Can they build... Can they
Best
build
mission
a
ever.
small, side yard run area with a little, doggy shelter in the courtyard garden in a corner somewhere?
And she'll, slide into the pot and,
Yeah, puppy pen.
taking rabbits out of a hat.
Okay, anyway,
Also- He'll also just check in real quick on Aquarius while he does so.
And,
The magic stuff was made known to the rest of the party, right?
yes.
Yep.
But when you go in and she's seemingly just in the midst of waking up, enjoying a cup of coffee. Just pleased to see you. You walk down, she kind of does a tears motion with the mug.
Just a somewhat surprised look, and it's I don't think you're gonna be so happy with me. I'm here to steal your puppies.
I will murder you.
They need to be let out.
I swear to God, I'll murder you.
Don't worry, they'll come back. On another note, there's two Zinnias, and one of them lacks memories, so the puppies are there for support.
You guys are fucking weird.
He kind of blinks and is just you lifted a dragon skeleton when we found you.
Yeah, it was metal.
No, it was bone. And he picks some of the puppies up and flies out.
You better bring them back.
And he just comes out with an armful of puppies. Grumpy looking as usual.
And you do, and puppies are brought into the castle, and they quickly make their presence known.
I'm fulfilling my promise and I'm insight checking the grumpy face. I'm gonna insight check everybody now. 15.
Hold on. The grumpy face of Ashta?
Yes, holding puppies.
Ashta,
Oh.
be honest with me, is his face grumpy while holding a pile full of puppies?
It's trying to be. It's
Okay.
faltering. It's hard.
That is what your insight reveals to you.
Alright.
Yeah.
They are licking his clean-shaven face.
Which he will actually, as he puts him down, put his face to his hand to his face and Rosalind,
Yes?
did that razor have any added effects?
No.
He just kind of
Now I'm...
drags his hand across his face.
Baby smooth.
I know that it went very, very, very well. Such that it shouldn't have been cursed, but at this point I am seriously wondering. Zinnia, do you have anything that can remove magic or, such an effect? Restoration?
Yeah. I can remove magic right now. My restoration stuff isn't.
Can you try that
Ready?
on him? Or actually, can we have Esther identify him to see if there's a spell on him from it?
It's not a big problem, just weird.
Yes, and now I'm worried that I did something wrong. So yeah, can we have Esther, ritual identify Ashta while...
His face.
Yes.
Yeah, and 1 second while I check the identify spell really quick.
And I find out Ash has a death withering effect on him.
That's just called his emotions. Identify. Alright. Learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. Okay. Think. As far as you can tell, or Esther can tell, no spells are currently affecting Ashta, just the enchantments of his equipment.
That's still very, very strange.
Maybe it's magic preventing the hair from growing, but it's not a spell. Maybe it's just a side effect of the blade. It's like if I cut someone's arm off with my sword, it's probably gonna stay off.
If she identifies the razor,
You will get a better idea of what it does, yeah.
Esther, could you please?
She doesn't. It is the Masterwork Razor of the Clean Shaven.
Edgelord.
Well, that's its unofficial title, but the Masterwork Razor of the Clean Shaven. So this razor, once used on a creature that naturally grows hair, any hair or anywhere that they shave, whether or not there is hair there or not, will not regrow for 1 week or until the Lesser Restoration spell is cast on it.
Oh God.
Woo!
Well, I didn't intend that.
We can wait a week, right?
It's up to Ashta.
Yeah,
I
sure.
suppose.
I mean, I'm used to the routine, but I mean, I don't get like rose face skins. It's weird. I'm not used to this. Would it be better suited with someone else?
The razor?
I guess.
D&D.
We're getting very, very off topic, but we'll worry about this later. Unless unless you think that you need to go to this meeting with your,
Scruff.
your face back to normal.
He's kind of like, almost like flinches at that, and he's just like,
I'm sorry, I've gotten very used to seeing you with, and she waves at her chin. I'm getting used to this too, but it's odd. There he goes.
There we go. I was waiting for that.
he's got like 2 fingers on like the side of his face, just like, it's just. I'm more curious what happens when I any lesser restorations.
Within a minute, Jeff stubble again.
Oh,
That's bizarre.
Wow.
Oh.
He just like rubs his face and it's smooth, but like at the trail his hand leaves some like shadow.
Kind of, yeah.
Alright, that's been taken care of, I suppose. Is there anything else that we need to discuss before the meeting with the warlord?
You're gonna cast tongues on us right before we leave?
Of course. It'll last an hour. I don't need to concentrate, so I can get the both of you.
How are we gonna get down?
Are you taking Lucy?
I think I will.
Seems the fastest option.
Yeah, yep, that's
Only
it.
2 of you are going?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is something...
no.
Insight.
Zinnia wants to
You
start that one too.
don't need.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, give me the roll.
I got nothing.
Fucking love this party sometimes.
Good though.
God, for once, Caius is the most insightful person in the party. Caius. You can't.
How
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Fuck.
I can't.
Wow, that's
I cannot
dichotomy
read.
right there.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Oh, I'm just sliding off the chair now.
He's now that his face looks back to normal, it's kind of disconcerting and you can't focus.
Hard to read.
You are hard to read.
I can't get anything
It's
from
like,
it, can you?
well, if it's
Never
just
mind.
us, I'm not gonna waste time on other things. So,
No, that's a very good point.
it's like inside himself, he's just like, yes, and his Fane are like, you suck.
What?
Kind of, yeah.
All right.
Real quick, Rayla. What's her insight? I need to know.
Ray already knows all your secrets. What are you talking about?
I know, just in this particular instance, like how I want to see how swaying he is with that natural 20 on deception to the whole.
No, fuck you. She's not even paying attention at this point.
Alright. Hold on. Let's just. Yeah, okay.
Alright.
Okay.
So, unless anything else you guys need to discuss before you head down?
Don't think so.
We'll keep you updated with Fane.
Please do.
Stay safe.
Try our best.
And who are you casting tongues on?
Both Ashta and Caius.
Alright.
That's 2 spell slots.
Yep.
They
And
have
you
it
guys-
for 1 hour. And I do it right before they leave, so if
Yeah,
there's
of course.
time between now and then
Yep.
yeah.
So you guys can each take an hour of training for whatever you'd like. And then you guys
Cool.
head down.
And Ash will just, as they're leaving, like, good luck with the enchantment and the self-reflection.
Yes.
Say it again.
Good luck with the
good luck.
enchant. Sorry.
Yeah, good luck with the enchanting and self-reflection.
I'm helping with the angel. What are you? I'm helping.
I just don't know what to call it when you're talking to yourself, and I do it sometimes.
Actually, on that note, does Zinnia want to help with the enchantment, or would they rather help their other self?
I still have guidance. And I know what the other self is doing right now.
Guidance can probably wait until, like, the very end of the enchanting, when I do
That's
the roll,
true.
so it's up to
Zinnia's
you.
probably going to. This sounds weird. Watch themselves. They're probably just gonna watch like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rosalind,
No-
if it's within this day, Rosalind will be sure to feign Zinnia when it's like, okay, I'm at the last stages, do you want help for the last hour? Thing. But that'll
And Xena, it's more of the same vague communication and lack of attention. It's very strange to see, first of all, your face with expressions that don't feel like yours, and at times a complete lack of expression, even when they're emoting with their hands.
Oh, spooky.
Not the worst thing in the world, it's just kind of... It just feels wrong. But they cast scrying more times than you know they should be able to throughout the day, or throughout the hour. So, that's taken care of, and you guys head down to the Warlord's tent. Kaius and Ashta, give me D100.
Oh, hello?
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Very quiet, but I can hear you.
Yep. Sorry, what's up, Caius and Asha?
D100.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
95.
Kaius.
Wow.
Fucking sexy.
35.
Alright. I was really hoping you'd get like a 5 and just round out totally. Alright, so in the first portion of the ride, it's kind of just normal flight down. It's not too far to get to the Warlord's tent, but you guys have enough time. I imagine you're not in much of a rush.
Asha's not too keen on being in the in that area longer than they have to.
No, I know, but I mean like not like a dead sprint, basically.
No, yeah.
A trot, if you will. Is that the correct one, Ariel? A trot.
You got walk, then trot, which is the bouncy one, and then canter, and then gallop.
Yeah, I was
It's a
gonna say.
canter. It's a canter in that case.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say canter.
But with wings. It's weird. Anyways. Caius. Roll me a perception check. Oh, Caius.
Oh,
You
man.
lovely man, you.
Wow.
Where'd he go?
Partway through the ride, it's loud on Lucy's back. Like, really loud. The rushing air, the wing beats, the sound of Ashton's anger inside of a metal case. It's all very loud.
Wow. I can hear his anger from up here.
Yeah. But you hear something behind you, too, and it's not what you expect. Almost like a giggle from behind you. As you guys pass by, just flying in the air. You hear it like start from like a little bit in front of you and to the left, and then goes past you.
Was it just Caius, or?
What is?
Oh yeah, your passive was not high enough to hear it, Caius, because you rolled a 95 against a perception check. So you hear that, guys.
What is it? I look
That's
around to see what it is.
You look around and you don't see anything, even with that perception.
Ashta, I think I hear something.
Yeah, no, I got it.
No, there's like a giggling, and I don't know where the source is coming from.
Mm-hmm. See if he has anything for this right now. Can he, with the book, go ahead and where is it like as they're going?
No, it's as if you flew by something that was making that sound. He warned you pretty quickly, but it would be just behind you.
He's gonna tell Lucy to take it around real quick.
Sure. He does so. You can go ahead and make a perception check as well as if you'd like.
All right. 28.
All right.
Fair enough.
As you fly back around, you every once in a while you hear a little, just a tiny wing beat, which you've gotten used to from hearing from. Oh my god, I forgot her name. Thank you, Rayla. But it's much more leathery, and as you fly past, you kind of hear a giggle as well, like strangely masculine but still very high pitched. And you can kind of like vaguely pinpoint where in the air it is. It seems to move though, as you notice it.
He'll like kind of like lean into his suit for like Rayla and kind of like, did you hear that? Do you know what that is? Wait, does he know what that is with just his Fey knowledge?
Go ahead and make a nature check with advantage.
Right. As well as intelligence checks for all information about them. Yep. 14.
What?
You can't quite tell. It doesn't seem specifically Fey.
Giggle, leathery wing beats. Can
As you're kind of
follow
just flying around. Yeah, you can vaguely pinpoint where it is within like probably a 20 to 30 foot radius at any time.
Okay.
But yeah, it seems to be just kind of flying around, not particularly in any direction.
We'll call out just like, I hear you, what are you?
The giggling stops, the wing beat stops. Every once in a while you hear like a flap. It doesn't seem to be in the same spot.
It does or doesn't?
It seems to be in the same spot. Every once in a while like a flap of the wings, like slowly descending. It's almost like it's trying to be quiet.
Look, if you don't mean me much harm, I want the same for you.
go ahead and roll a whatever type of charisma check you're trying to do here.
Alright. Probably just persuasion. Nope.
Yeah. Still same thing of the wing beats slowly descending.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Just looking at my stuff real quick.
Guys, would you like to do anything with this?
He's not sure what to think of this, so it's like, I was gonna try and give Ashta advantage because Caius has persuasion proficiency, but
I'll say yeah. You could have done that.
Chipped in at the
Yeah.
end there.
Yeah.
So what, just have him roll again, or
Yeah, just roll again.
14?
14.
Okay, so in that case, you still hear the slow descent, but at the same time, there's very quiet of. Don't trust you. How do I know you're not gonna shoot at me?
I mean, you have a better chance if you run away and don't show yourself. Than if you were to bring yourself forward, I'd be a lot less willing to shoot you.
Well, that's your choice. You got a meeting to go to, don't you?
How do you know that?
I have ears.
What are you?
Well, hidden.
Not well enough, apparently.
So you think.
Why are you following us? Why are you around here?
You seem interesting.
So what, you just like to watch?
It's my preferred method of enjoyment. I guess what fun you want to show me?
What do you think of as fun?
Stuff I haven't seen before. Like a flying horse with a grape, a sour grape, sitting on it.
Caius gives like an eyebrow.
He just kind of thinks for a sec. I mean, the horse talks.
Interesting.
Say hi, Lucy.
Sure, boss. Hi, Lucy.
He just got like pinches the bridge of his nose for a second. Yep, okay. Had that one coming. Look, I'm not overly opposed to you doing whatever you're doing. But just like you don't trust me, I don't exactly trust you. How do I know you're not a threat?
Would I be hiding from you if I was?
So you get the surprise on someone.
Doesn't seem to have worked as well.
No. But if that was your intention, I might be shooting at you.
Clearly, it's not my intention. I don't plan to fight you.
Then why don't you show yourself?
Because I don't trust you. Your words, smell of honey, but sting of vinegar.
Oh no, they're very much half and half. Can you get any
I would say
further understanding of what the hell this thing is from just talking to it?
Again, it can speak common, which is unusual. It doesn't have that kind of uh, light, uh, airy thing that a Fae would have. Um, if it was an elemental, it probably wouldn't be able to talk like this. It's probably invisible or very small, one of the two.
What are you, some kind of like devil or something? Some sort of eyeball thing?
I take offense to that.
So I'm close.
So what are you?
Leaving. You hear the wing beats.
Huh. Well then.
Asha
I
is
don't-
going to, in that direction, pull out the book on his back and cast Fairy Fire.
Oh,
Alright. Give me just a d4 for if you get the right distance in the cube, because as soon as he gets more than 20 feet away, you lose the sound of the wing beats.
Okay. 3.
Alright. You fire off the spell. Nothing appears.
Kind of swears. Hopefully someone down there knows what the hell, and he'll start heading towards the camp again.
And you do so. You land at the camp, and you know enough time-wise to know that you're really pushing noon.
Yep.
But you get let in. They don't actually take your hand this time.
Hmm.
And you were let into the tent. Same arrangement as before, with the bugbears and the hobgoblins. And he nods to you as you come in. Nods to Caius as well.
Yep. And Kais has his symbol on and everything.
Ashton and
Renee,
Caius, go ahead and roll me an insight check each.
Oh, alright. 25.
Me as well?
Yep.
19.
You both can kind of sense the vibe of a recently finished argument. You can see some of the papers on the table are scattered. One of them has it looks to be like a big hole punched through it. You can see what looks like a broken shield shattered just in the corner. But everyone's face is otherwise calm.
Asha comes in and is like, did we come at a bad time?
Yeah.
Like,
It's,
glancing around the room.
There have been arguments, but nothing that concerns you. Yet.
Oh, well, we can see. For the immediate, are you guys aware of floating, flying, invisible things around your airspace?
Kind of glance at each other, and the warlord kind of clears his throat and says, I see you already come with that information I asked for.
Well,
His-
a bit like
his-
something.
His throat is noticeably raspier.
Yeah, Dilsley. I get the sense there's been quite a bit of yelling.
You could say that.
Well, honestly, that part of it was that specific subject we just came across on the way here. Don't know what it was, but we just barely heard a little giggle or something at the side of our ears. I circled around, tried to start a conversation with whatever the hell it was. I don't think it was any Fey or Elemental from my judgment.
Yeah. No,
It said it liked to watch interesting things.
And, he glances actually towards the very small goblin to his left. You see her kind of sit up straight a little bit, and she asks you a few questions like, how did the wings sound? Like, what can you tell? What did it sound like?
Yep.
And as you explain each one, she kind of grunts and says, some kind of fiendish spy.
I suggested either an imp or an eyeball thing, and it said it took offense to that. So
Oh, they're a temperamental. No. The nightmares are fiends. Stands to reason they have a few more.
And he also made a nice asking of, don't we have a meeting to go to?
Guess you've been followed then.
Should have shot the thing.
You see for a second her eyes flash, and she just kind of like looks in the front of the tent, and she snaps her fingers, and you hear a screech, and a writhing in pain, imp drops to the ground visible.
She'll walk over and stick his foot on it.
Yep. It's already just dying. It's just dead.
My goodness.
He looks at it and it's like, well, good to know.
Keep your ears open. She kind of
Yep.
retreats back into her own cloak.
He looks up. Okay, next order of business. We found out some other stuff in our time gone. For one,
Kinda gestures for you to speak quickly.
I'm guessing you heard about the recent downing of a soldier down in the Jasti deserts?
He kind of looks at you strangely and just camp rumors, but nothing more.
Yep, well, it was a salamander riding a nightmare. They shot it down, and they procured a magic item off of it. A bow that can shoot for a mile.
So you're trying to tell me the Genasi took it down Sagittarius, or some kind of
No.
apprentice?
I hoped it was that easy, but no. Apparently a distraction from the story its corpse told. A distraction for some sort of attempt on you, specifically. Out of character, was the exact phrasing a bolt to pierce the warlord's helm? Or an
Arrow that
arrow?
An
Yeah.
arrow. Yeah.
And he'll just repeat that.
There's almost a grin, and he says, I guess their aim was off. You see him like lift his chin a little bit, and you can see like a bandage wrapped around his throat.
Huh. But it went in.
They decided to send some assassins after me. Not particularly quiet ones, but
Apparently very specialized to be able to make you bleed.
even I have to sleep. So, on there, from speaking to the corpses on my end, it seems like Sagittarius would rather just face me.
Hmm.
1-1.
Our corpse still has some stories to tell. For one, there's currently only, at least at the time of asking it, 2 nightmares on this plane. But there's more. Many more, and they can come and go as they please.
Very well.
Am I forgetting one? I feel like there's something else we're supposed to say. Out of character.
Let's see.
Guess that was. Oh, he'll just say. Also, from its own lips, it said it wasn't any sort of decoy. So, it seems Sagittarius is happy to let everyone know which one he is.
Yeah, he hasn't, oddly enough, doesn't seem one for deception. That's why I find these assassins so strange.
And some other stuff. He's not the only Zodiac working here.
Yeah.
No, I suspect not.
He
What's
could.
blocking the scrying is, again, in the words of the deceased, the blessing of Libra.
Pacifist. Odd.
And what was the other one? There was another Zodiac named?
There were a number of possibilities because we asked which zodiacs were good at abjuration divination, but we don't know if that's separate from Libra for the anti-scrying thing or not.
Yeah, but that was just... He brought some up, but wasn't there another one?
Pisces sent them to the plane.
And apparently their means of transport was Pisces to get on this plane.
Yes.
Pisces is a known magic user of great power, so that makes sense.
We've heard something along those lines too.
Oh.
And okay, out of character. My memory's bad on what the corpse said. What did they say for, like, if you're trying to kill Sagittarius?
Take down his mount.
And a recommendation from the corpse is a good way to go about fighting Sagittarius is go for the mount first.
Without it, he's slow.
Without it, he's slow.
Which, coming from one of his men, makes sense. Seems like they see the mounts as a sign of strength. Without it, they're weak. Might be metaphorical, might be literal for all I know.
I'm sure he has at least one other trick up his sleeve if he gets knocked off, but...
Well, I'm certain. I'm sure the mount won't go down without a fight either. So, do you have a plan? Or...
We've got two, but they're not the most solid. First would be doing our best to go in and find them, draw them out, and have that one-on-one fight on our end rather than yours. Some sort of challenge or duel or something. On the other is... Well, he seems to have quite a fixation with you. And why not use that? Warlord to draw out their warlord. When you're conscious this time and able to shrug off blows.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think you're trying to get me killed. Luckily, Sagittarius is a pushover, it seems.
I guess you could say that for any man joining a war.
I see, as soon as I'm injured, you find some cheek, eh?
Just an observation. I still think you could throw my ass through this table halfway to Sunday.
Be good to remember that. Any of my generals could do the same. That
And
being
kinda
said,
Okay, he looks at them. Does Tongues let him speak it?
yeah, you are able to be understood.
And then, yeah, he'll just kind of like... but he, like, it's him talking common, everyone just kind of understands.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. And then he'll just kind of like, yeah, no, got that too. Don't worry. We are happy to have you on this side here.
Good. I'll challenge.
Now, oh, that was quick.
I want this done. They're ramping up. I know I can fight them one-on-one. Unless they've got some magic even I don't see coming. Some kind of trick to the way he fights.
Show him the boat.
Well,
You hear a
Do you have
whisper from
any-
above.
Through the pane. The pictures.
yeah, he goes, do you have any enchantment experts?
He nods once more to the goblin on his left.
And he kind of passes off the two of them. We got a scry in on the mechanical horse. And someone being passed this thing.
He looks it over and he goes, "Hmm." Hands it to the goblin, and she looks it over and just kind of looks very close at it. She actually puts on a pair of like spectacles. As she examines it, she says, "My knowledge of their symbols isn't the greatest, but this is it's good you brought this." And he whispers something. She whispers something into the ear of the warlord, and he kind of grimaces. And might be that I have to rethink my plan to fight him one-on-one.
Is that the dreaded trick up the sleeve?
It's definitely an effective one.
Might I ask? We're gonna be fighting this thing too.
Yeah,
What does it do?
eliminates magic.
Uh-huh.
If it strikes you, somehow removes magic from the user. I'm no pushover with a weapon, but I wouldn't put it past him to challenge me, and then assail me with arrows once I can't defend myself with magic.
Does it stop the user from casting it, or any and all effects on them?
Not sure. It's not a risk I'm willing to take, though. So, would you like to draw him out?
Only with your help.
Of course.
I don't think we have any juicier meat to put on the hook.
Well, how about this? If you can draw him out, I'll use my armor to keep his at bay. And you can kill him. Simple enough.
I'm not overly reliant on magic. This thing isn't even enchanted, and you kind of like on the on the arm.
Yep.
So I think I'd be at least decent at dealing with him. Guys here too, and he
Yeah.
on the shoulder.
Good. How soon can you be ready for this?
About as soon as you could be.
Yeah.
We
Bring your
some
fighters
of our
here now.
enchanters have a project for the day, but that can be put on pause.
I'm all set. You're all set too, right, Ashton?
He shrugs and goes, as much as I could be.
Bring your combatants here within the end of the hour. I have plans to make. And he kind of stands up, and you see the rest of the generals stand up as well, including one by his right and his left. He walks out the back of his tent.
As he gets up, Asha gives a bow and heads out as well.
Before you even manage to get outside the door, you hear a voice louder than any voice has the right to be. Basically yelling in Goblinoid, "To arms. We run down Sagittarius in an hour."
Whoa.
Asha sends a fan over to Roslyn. I'm guessing you heard that.
Noted.
You guys you heard the voice from the castle.
Oh, we heard that too.
That's
Right.
what he meant.
Battle stations.
Don't worry about coming to get us. We will take one of the lifts down.
I think your project's gonna be on pause for now.
It's too bad, but I didn't think I would finish it today. And then she's just gonna make sure everybody else okay, we meet up and find Rosé and the lift and take a ride down.
Alright.
Make sure everybody and everything is all set to keep the castle while we're gone.
Just the individuals, no squads?
Do we want to bring our squads? I think I would rather leave mine to keep working on this castle stuff.
One of mine could do very well, because if we're doing anti-magic.
Yeah, just in case we could bring one of mine for healing if they don't get hit.
Yeah.
Because I don't have my cleric stuff right now.
Yeah.
I'd say at most maybe grab like one of Ash's, one of Caius's.
How about one of Ash's, one of Caius's, one of Zinnia's?
That could work too.
It covers a few bases there.
That could work.
Maybe even one of Esther's, because then there's backup magic, and I doubt that arrow is going to be able to hit all of them to knock magic out of the squad.
So at this point, one of each.
One of each.
Probably. Do you want to just say one of each for simplicity's sake?
For simplicity's sake, I'd say
Thunderhead?
yeah.
It's up to you guys.
Any preference?
No, you guys are running the squads, so it's whatever you guys want to handle.
One of each.
One of each. Everybody else keeps the castle safe, keeps the people safe there, keeps working on stuff upstairs.
Yeah.
So.
As you guys begin floating down, the warlord's voice booms out once more.
Frozen. Okay.
Yeah, it's this is happening like as soon as you guys basically get on the lift. You hear the voice boom out once more, and from your bird's eye perspective, those coming down the lift, you can see almost the swarming of soldiers coming out of all the tents and all the men of Penal, all the soldiers and all the wagons full of arrows, extra weapons, sleeping bugbears, everything. There has to be thousands of them just in this one encampment. And across the way, you can see the dust being brought up by the mounts as they approach. And you hear the warlord's voice, challenging Sagittarius, claiming him a coward. I'm not going to use the exact words because it's a super long thing that I can't find the note for.
Fiery ass bitch.
More eloquent in his insult, but yes.
Sagittarius.
Go
Bitch.
fuck yourself. Basically, yes. No, it's...
I was thinking Lord of the Rings.
There is something along the lines of Lord of the Fireflies.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled the berries.
You what? No. And basically declaring that the soldiers that the warlord found on the side of the road could beat Sagittarius and his squad and his closest men in a fight. And you don't hear an answer back from the other side, except for the horrible cry of thousands of salamanders banging their weapons together and yelling. And the combatants collect. If you guys have any last minute preparations you'd like to make, you have about 45 minutes of in-game time. But we can plan that out of session. I think we're gonna end it early today.
Ah.
Okay.
Aye.
Ooh.
Alright then.
So, next time, we will begin the Battle of the Plains of Wrath.
Yeah.
Could Rosalind have gotten a short rest in that last hour while they were down there
Yeah,
working?
easily. Through a combination of just like the fly down, the fact we weren't really doing much before that.
Good. I need those spell slots.
Yeah.
As the voice booms out across the land. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Okay.
I think that's where we're ended for today.
Yeah. Next week.
Next week.
Oh yeah.
Next week, baby.
Oh boy.